All right, so 9 full weeks left. Yeah, like I said, for our team, because this is what happens, okay? When you are advertising on any platform during the holidays, you might not see a lot of buyers, right? So you're probably going to get leads, right? And then not as many buyers. That is normal because what happens is people just kind of sign up and then they kind of leave it and they try to relax during the holidays. But when the new year comes, remember, New Year is for New Year's resolutions for a lot of people, and they want to see change. They want to act on something that they've been putting off for a while. So it's a good time for you to gather up your leads during the holidays so that they become your buyers in the new year. And you'll see the dream team is so busy during the New Year's because people just want, they just have that in their minds. We're not those types of people. We just start wherever we are, whenever we're ready. But for a lot of people, that's what they do, right? They want to lose weight. They want to, I don't know, they write down all those changes that they want to see.
It's time to go to the gym. It's time to,
Yeah.
different
So
things.
as our team and vessels, we want ourselves to be prepared. And we suggest not to slow down. This is the time to actually, especially if you have a winning ad, to invest in your winning ad. Don't stop it at all, right? Especially if it's producing leads. Okay, so LaunchPad is for 1As and 2As, and we want to help you guys become 3As. The hardest part in this business is to get to 3A because until that point, you don't really have a lot of team members that can replicate what you're doing, replicate your results. Remember, in the dream team system, if you duplicate yourself, whatever your team member does counts towards you. So it is in your best interest to actually help your team member know all of the things that you know, do all of the things that you are doing right, so that we rise by lifting others. This is what we say all the time. In this business, we rise by lifting others. So 1As and 2As to become 3As. Essentially, we want you guys to be to have watched the 5 topics in the Core Fundamentals Mastermind, but eventually we will take this out because transitioning into the new platform, the new DT Online training site, there's going to be some changes. But essentially, what's going to happen is if you bring, especially if you're a mentor here, right? You already have a team member or two. If you're bringing some people in to Launchpad and they're feeling overwhelmed and stuff like that, that's normal because we usually talk about stuff here, talk about advertising practices, talk about heavier stuff. So essentially you would have had to look at the first few parts of the training before you actually grasp everything that we talk about here. But it doesn't matter because these are recorded anyway. So if something is confusing to you right now, it's okay. You can always go back to it later. Okay. So welcome everybody. So the agenda for today is housekeeping. We've got a bunch to talk about just because of the transition to the new training platform. And then if you are here and you've shown up, remember Coach Dave says 80% of success is just showing up, right? So congratulations, because we are going to talk about how to improve your ad in a way that they've never shared in the Dream Team training before, because this is an external training. So if you are here, congratulations. If you are here and you have mentees that are not here, message them right now. They need to know this. This is not just to improve their ads, but also to improve their posting. So posting very well that the leads and the buyers will not be able to sleep about this opportunity. Okay. So that's 35 minutes worth of external training that you will not find anywhere else except here.
Get ready.
And then we've got some question and answer portion, and then upcoming meetings, of course. So first one, just touching on this really quickly, Ukon Sigma. Know when you are supposed to renew your Ukon Sigma, okay? At the very least, know that date. Write down that date. If you don't know where to look for that, please contact your mentor and they'll be able to guide you through that. This is for Coach Roger to talk about, because what is this?
Okay, so for the new community platform, hope everyone was those who are here or in the recording are able to actually onboard into there smoothly. I know some of you may have had issues or challenges getting into there, so we can kind of talk about that here if we do have time, and in the Q&A section, and even afterwards if that's not possible here. But to on your phone to add the website as an app. So I'm going to switch to the next screen now. So in Chrome, you can do this in any browser or most browsers, but in Chrome, click on the three dots here. It may look different on a iPhone. It'll look like the share button. So you click the share button, or on Android, it's the three dots. And then on the bottom here, you'll see add to home screen. See that circled? For iPhone, it'll be add to home screen the same way. It's in a menu that comes up, right? And then when you're done, it'll look like this. Right there, the logo, the DT logo, big bright, as it looks like an app, but it's actually the website that you just added to your home screen. Easily accessible mobility, okay? So you don't have to go to your browser every time and figure it out, look for the type in the address and all that. It'll be already on your home screen. Okay, just wanted to share that real quick. Another thing in terms of our vessels wide, business wide, we wanted to mention, if you are getting leads and lots of leads and you see no buyers, time to change something. It's absolutely time to change. Please don't keep getting leads, and you have no buyers, or after a certain period of time, and you keep spending. It's a better idea to try to optimize, change your ad. It could be multiple things, but do an ad review, especially now that there's the community and there's access to more drop-in Zooms. More coaches are doing those. We plan to do some as well, but get your ad reviewed, because that is available to all of us and we need to take advantage of that. Okay? Please take advantage. Don't keep spending the money, your money, until it gets out of hand, that you spend so much that you don't have any left. We want to be wise about it. If you don't see any buyers after a certain period of time, let's say what's that number?
We usually say 200 leads.
200.
After 200 leads. So right around the 150 mark, right? And you're saying, I'm getting all these buyers, but they're not asking the right questions, or maybe they are, but they're very slow in terms of converting. They're not adding me on Facebook. They're not trying to connect with me in any way, because you'll see those, right? And then at that point, you have to start writing your script so that by the time it's 200 leads, at that point, if you start writing your ad then at 200 leads, it will be too late. So at 150 mark, go ahead and write up your story, a different angle from the one that you just did, from the ad that you just did, right? Because the last thing that we want to hear, and unfortunately we hear this a lot, we heard about it this week again, saying they got thousands of leads, but this is like the first time we've heard from them. So they had 1,000 leads but no buyers, and I'm getting discouraged. And it's like, no, you have to be in contact with your mentor, or at the very least your coach, and say where you are in the business, right? Because we don't know where you are unless you tell us, right? And there's a lot of you. We're happy to accommodate most, if not all of you, but please make it a point to be in touch with somebody that can tell you, okay, you have to pivot now, because we don't want you spending $1,000 and then nothing, right? This is not our goal for you. Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
So the big lesson here is please communicate. Please be in touch with your mentor and other coaches as well. Okay.
Oh, a lot of questions about accessing the Dream Team online. Searching.
We have
I
been
think
searching, but
Sonia, is this for access to my DT online? Yeah.
Yes, okay.
So Sonia, a couple of things. We have to make sure, number one, that the email that your mentee is checking is the same email that they have on NAC.
Yeah.
And it is.
It is.
Oh,
All right, so
okay.
I know how to help with that.
Okay.
Everyone from okay,
Are
so
you gonna discuss it right now or
we'll
later?
in a little bit
Okay.
in a little while we'll definitely go through that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Are you finished talking about this one?
Yeah,
This one?
just so make sure this is where tracking comes in, right? Again, 150 leads. If nothing, go ahead and start shooting your ad, writing your script, shoot your ad, and then at the 200 mark, change it. Change your video ad.
Mhm. Okay. Business tracker. If you don't already have a business tracker in the form of a spreadsheet document, we have it. We have it. It's in the training. In the current training, the old training, it's listed under one of the mastermind videos. But now, what we've done in the My DT Online is we've put it under our profile, and then you click Documents, and then it's a folder called Business Tracker, so you can easily download it from there. Okay. This will allow you to save your passwords, track your business, and multiple other things, accounts, passwords, all that stuff. You can track your business weekly. You put in how much revenue you gained, how much you spent on ads, and they'll do a calculation at the end for you as well. So it has different sheets. So this is really important to get. If you don't have it, definitely get it. Okay. So that's the end of housekeeping. We just want to take a moment. It's a little overdue, but we just recently got the pictures from Sonia, who is now 3A. So huge congrats to Sonia for becoming 3A. Wanted to recognize and celebrate you, so that everyone can also celebrate you as well. Um, would you like to, I don't know if we would love for you to hear you say something, but I think we may not have time right now, so we just wanted to recognize you
Maybe at the end, if we have time, then
if we
we'll
have
call
time.
you, Sonia.
Yeah, yeah. So I just want to say who's next. We want to celebrate you on here when you become 3A. It's a big deal because there are perks that come with it. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's a really nice thing. You get a shirt. As you can see, Sonia got her shirt display, modeling it very nicely.
And a certificate
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you get trained, you get to go into a group, Eagles group,
Yeah.
and you get training by the Obizos, weekly training by the
A
Obizos as
couple,
well. It's
bi-weekly.
bi-weekly training.
Yeah.
So it's important. We want to share a quote by Leila Hormozi. Long-term consistency beats short-term intensity every time. So Leila Hormozi is a entrepreneur, philanthropist, with acquisition.coms. They grow businesses and they're what, millionaires, billionaires, something like that?
I think their net worth is 500 million
500
and they're
million.
30-year-olds. Yeah.
Yeah, they're young. So very good quote here I wanted to share. And so now
1 sec.
you have something.
Yeah.
All right.
So for this, right? So you see Sonia, she's been in the business, for example, for a couple years, but she's been consistent. And when you're consistent in doing the right things, eventually you will see a level up. You will see a rank up. You'll see a promotion in your finances, in your rank in this business. So it doesn't take a special type of gift or talent to be consistent. You just need to know what you need to do and then do that daily, right? So that should be encouraging for all of us here who are thinking, there's nothing unique about me. I don't know if anybody will partner with me, ta. But the thing is, that doesn't really matter, right? You just find out what works and you do that. So at this point, we're going to share with you the training that we were talking about at the beginning. So please grab a pen and paper or a drink, or this is going to go by fast, or a notepad on your computer, wherever it is that you can take notes so that you can apply this right away. It doesn't really matter who we bring in on here. It could be, I don't know, the most influential speaker, the most influential teacher in the world, but if you do not apply it, you will really not benefit from their presence, from what they're saying, right?
Absolutely.
So grab everything, grab all the tools, and we're going to start it right now. So this is ways to improve your ad. So there are two topics that we're going to cover, big ideas and mechanisms. So that's the first thing, big ideas, and you will know exactly what that is right now. One
Minimize
moment.
one.
This one?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. All right, who's ready? Ready, ready, ready? Okay.
All right, let's get it.
Big ideas. Unless your advertising contains a big idea, it will pass like a ship in the night. This was said by David Ogilvy many years ago. And if it was true then, it's truer now because there was less sophistication in the market as at the time this was said, which implies that you're playing in a more sophisticated market. People have more access to information through their phones, and so you need a big idea more than ever before. It doesn't matter what you sell, if it's an e-commerce product or products, if you have a store, or an info product, or even a service, it doesn't matter. You need to come up with a big idea. And we're going to do some exercises and you'll see some examples that will help you come up with big ideas. So what is a big idea, first of all? It is one that causes your audience to acknowledge a new reality or paradigm and take action based on this new belief. So a big idea is like a North Star. It's the idea behind your campaign. It's the idea that gives direction to what you say. It informs the kind of copy and language that you use. All right. So this is in addition to things like sophistication and awareness. Okay. So you understand the sophistication in your market. You've selected an awareness level you want to reach, but how do you capture the attention of these people, right? The big idea informs you on the strategy to do that. So let's look at something. So the first thing you need to do is to find your audience's deepest desires and show that it is now possible, okay? But you've tried many things in the past, but now here, this is something that could work and should work for you. I just want you to try it out, okay? So you find your deepest desire and show that it's now possible. Now, there are four types of big idea. Okay, so that means there are four buckets of big ideas. So if you bring great ideas, they'll fit into this four buckets. You can pretty much sort them into these four buckets. So we have a new discovery, unique perspective, confirm a suspicion, and take a stand. So these are four different ways that you can craft a big idea that becomes your North Star and helps you to build out a campaign that works. Okay. So I'll give you examples so that you can understand what they look like. So for a new discovery, we could say Meta has changed its ad delivery mechanism. You have to change your strategy now. So this is not a headline. This is just the idea with which you can build an entire campaign that sells a product. Okay. Oh, we've recently discovered this. Or there's this pill that can do XYZ because it does XYZ. Okay. So that's the new discovery. Something new has happened. Therefore, I need your attention. This was completely different in the past, and this is something new. Then you also have unique perspective, where you can say, It's cheaper to buy luxury items. Okay, luxury items, we all know they're all expensive, high ticket and stuff like that. And this person comes to a unique perspective and says, well, it's cheaper to buy luxury items. And then that's the underlying premise behind the entire campaign that this person is about to build. Okay, and then he could, go on with his unique perspective and build up and make it believable and then sell the products. And could be used, all these methods could be used for products, it could be used for e-commerce. You just have to do some thinking. Now, the next one is confirming suspicion. Now, this, you're just speaking to what people already suspect may be true. For instance, you could say supplements may be killing you, right? You could say the government is ripping you off. Here's how to lower your taxes. Now, these are things that people already, know. They might not put it in that exact way in their mind, but these are things they already know, they already suspect, and then you're just confirming the suspicion, right? You can build a big idea out of that. And then you can take a stand, right? You can say, people are being ripped off by fake gurus. I want this to stop now. Or you can say, weight loss products are scams, right? You're taking a stand for or against something, okay? I believe Tesla stocks are going to crash, or I believe here are nine overpriced stock prices in the market, or stocks in the market, right? And you're just taking a stand for something or taking a stand against something. Now, how do you come up with a big idea? I would show you, and I want you to come up with 4 different ideas with which you would drive your ad campaigns, okay? So but first let's look at this ad from Dollar Shave Club. Now these guys are selling shaving sticks, just like every other thing shaving sticks, okay? And it's so funny, you would think it's a difficult thing to come up with a big idea for shaving sticks, and perhaps you're right, but these guys found a way to do that. But I'll just let you watch the video and I'll, talk to you about it.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop up. Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
So that's a fantastic ad, if you would agree with me. That was a fantastic ad. Now he uses all the elements I just told you. Sorry. He uses all the elements I just told you about. A new discovery, a unique perspective, it confirms the suspicion, it takes a stand. It says, well, you're spending so much for shaving sticks, you shouldn't be spending this much because you're paying for shaving tech that you don't need. Shining lights and stuff like that. You just need 1 blade. Your grandfather had 1. So why are you using all that? He's confirming the suspicion. He's taking a stand. He offers a unique perspective that, you don't need all those, tech. You just need one stuff that works for you and will deliver to you every month, and you'll save a lot of money in the process, And then they end the ad by talking about, you know, how they provide jobs and how they're helping people. Okay. And that's like taking a stand too. Okay. So as you can see, that's an example of an e-commerce ad that includes many of these different things that we've talked about already. Okay, so you want to have that North Star and build that into all of your campaigns. So I'll show you how to come up with these and we can continue. If you are looking for the ad, I think it's called Our Blades of F Great on YouTube. So you could just go search for it. It's from dollarshaveclub.com and watch it more than once and see what you can learn. Jot down what you learn from it, right? So let's move to the formula, okay? So we begin with the desire and we move to the promise, and then we find out the mechanism, the big idea, and then the premise and positioning. So these are, 6 things that we need to consider when generating our big idea, okay? So let's begin with a very nice example. Let's assume that we want to sell an info product like this one, okay, that shows people how to get better results with your ads. Now, what is their ultimate desire, right? Their deepest desire is not to run ads. Their deepest desire is to make more money from ads, is to stop ads from wasting their money. People run ads because they want to make money. Now, what is the promise that we are making to them? We're saying, discover how to make more sales with the same ad spend, okay? And then what is the mechanism? We say it's creative targeting and optimize on feedback loops. So what is the big idea? An example of a good big idea would be, overcome Advantage Plus targeting bug issues, right? And what would be the premise? The premise would be Meta has recently made changes to the way they show ads. Most advertisers can no longer get consistent results because the algorithm doesn't show their ads to the right people. Now, here's our positioning statement, okay? We say by enhancing our creatives and optimizing feedback loops, we can force the machine to deliver our ads to the right audience without targeting at all. So now we're going to distill this whole thing we've come up with now into creating 4 different big ideas. Okay, so we start with a new discovery. What's new? Well, Meta has changed its ad delivery method, and you need to change your strategy too. That's, the new discovery, what has changed recently. And then we'll talk about the unique perspective. Well, we could just say, you're better off not targeting any interest in your ads at all. That's a unique perspective. People were saying, you need to do narrow targeting, you need to click switch to original audience options and stuff like that. This is a new, perspective. And then we could confirm a suspicion. We say, well, are bugs clicking your ads? Why are sales low? Of course, bugs, for the most part, are not clicking the ads. And if they do, Facebook is going to issue a refund. But sorry, I meant bots, not bugs. Bugs, well, a bug could make bots to click ads, right? So it makes all the sense. But I actually did intend to say, are bots clicking your ads? Why are sales low? So some people feel bots are clicking their ads because they just can't understand why they are not getting results, even from pages and product pages that were converting in the past. So that's confirming a suspicion. And then I want to take a stand and say, stop narrow targeting, switch to broad targeting. And that's me taking a stand. And I can do that because I'm considered as an authority in the niche. So you see how just this little simple, question and answer about my product has helped me come up with a number of, really interesting big ideas that I can build my ads around, my email copies around. I could build, it's like the North Star driving the whole campaign, right? Although I'm going to have one main big idea, right, which I'll use to drive the overall campaign, but I could mix match that with all these 4 different ideas that I've come up with, and they will inform all my ads, my email copies, and things like that, and help me get better results at the end of the day. All right, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Okay. So with this,
Big
right?
ideas.
Let me see here. I'm just going to go back to this slide. So let's take a moment for a second. Let's take a few minutes to apply this to our business, because we can all do this, right? 4 big ideas: new discovery, unique perspective, confirm a suspicion, or take a stand. In terms of the dream team system, how would you present it as a new discovery? Like, just put it in the chat right now on how you would write that out or present that as oh, I've discovered something new about the dream team, specifically what it is. What is it? What does the system do? Right? We're just doing a little brainstorm.
Okay.
Yeah. So a new discovery could be, I found a way to make money online without without followers or something like that, right? Or I found a way as a nurse.
That's a claim, like a claim.
Yeah,
thing, right?
I found a way as a nurse with 0 experience online to make 1,000 a month, right? So you're presenting it as something that's novel, something that people have never heard of before, okay? Let's see your answers on the chat. If you don't have an answer for that, how about trying unique perspective? Because a lot of people, when they think of increasing their income, they always go to, okay, what part-time jobs can I do? What part-time jobs can I pick up? Can I do Uber? Can I do Amazon, right? But the problem with that is people will lose more time away with their family, right? So what is the unique perspective here? You can earn $1,000 more by working on your phone, sitting in your couch, watching your kids, something like that, right? That's a unique perspective. Let me just see here. A life transforming business that can help you earn extra income. Yeah. That is a good one, Sonia. For confirming a suspicion. So he said something about how the government is ripping you off, right? Or something about taxes. But confirm, how would you confirm a suspicion about this? Saying, oh, this is a good one, because I heard him say this previously in another topic, but he said, degrees and a high-paying job will not get you financial freedom. Right? How many of you guys agree to that?
Put a fire in the chat, everybody.
A degree and a high-paying job is not going to get you financial freedom. That confirms a suspicion. That also can be taking a stand, right? So it depends. But the goal here is to actually get you thinking, to distill that one thought that you have in your head, that burning passion on why you started your business, make it into just one line. And from there, that is how you structure your ad. Right? Let's see here. That's okay, Blossom. We're glad you're here. Agree. You don't need multiple jobs or shifts to earn extra or create time freedom. I love that, Hadiza. Yes. That will make me want to go, what? What are you talking about? Right? So this is good. Taking a stand. Yeah. So I hope this is helping you guys sort of kind of think about how you can present your business now. It's not just the monotonous, generic, do you want extra time, extra income, right? No. This is something different now. You need to present it as a new discovery, a unique thing, right? Because what you want to do is to connect to your leads. I found this out, to connect to your leads and buyers, and for them to trust you, you have to tell them what they're thinking in their heads, right? And it's not hard to get into their heads because you were there at one point. So what is their deepest desire? That's what you're trying to call out, okay? I discovered that you can earn passive income from home while spending quality time with your family. Yes, Catherine. Learn how to earn money from home with no experience using your phone and internet connection. Yes, Kathy. For those of you who speak a second language, right? You can say, Portuguese people, did you know that you can earn extra income by speaking Portuguese and using your phone, right?
Yeah.
So there are so many things here that you can do. Okay, so let's go to the next one. The next one is a little bit longer, but I'll try to see if I can reduce the length, maybe. Let's see. 18 minutes long. Okay. Let me see if I can do. This one's a really good one too, y'all. So get your pens and papers ready.
Emotions. Now, people buy emotionally and justify rationally. I want you to think about all the things you've bought in the last couple of weeks. Your decisions may seem rational to you at the moment, but if you think deeply, it was an emotional decision, and I'll prove it. But first, I want to give you a list of all the different emotions that you can use to sell and you can use to present your offers in your ads such that people click on it, resonate with it, crashes your ad cost, and gets you tons of results. So, emotions in copywriting or when you're creating ads are used to evoke or arouse feelings that drive people to decide to take action. The reason why it seems rational, I mean, all the purchase decisions you've made in the last couple of weeks, is because you decided. You made that decision to purchase that bag, that phone, that item. But the primary reason was an emotional one. So using words, people can evoke or arouse a feeling in you that gets you to make the decision to buy something. And it happens to me too. It happens to every one of us because we are emotional beings. Now, here are a list of emotions that copywriters use in their copy. Okay. So I'm not going to run through all of them, but these are positive emotions: happiness, love, hope, pride, gratitude, inspiration, relief, compassion, belonging. So these are positive emotions. They evoke positive reactions or responses in the readers when you use this kind of emotions. Okay. And then here are negative emotions. We have fear, we have guilt, we have anger, we have sadness, envy, greed, gluttony, despair, disgust, right? And we're under fear, for instance, we have anxiety, dread, worry, apprehension, panic, terror. So those are just giving more depth into what we mean when we say fear, and it's the same for every other emotion that has been listed here. Now there are some emotions that are mixed. They're both negative, positive, and they're just complex in a way. And we have some things like surprise, anticipation, shame, sloth, lust, nostalgia. Okay, so these are mixed or complex emotions. Like I said, after the column for each one of them, I give some depth into what kind of things we're talking about. So people love to use fear and greed. Most of the copy you see are fear and greed. Sometimes you have gluttony or envy, right? But most people play with fear and greed. So, but I want to give you a deep overview of not an overview, but I want to go in depth and talk about guilt, which is one that is very, very rarely used today, right? And before we talk about guilt, I want to warn you, guilt is a very powerful emotion, and you want to make sure that you use it ethically. You don't want to drive people crazy, but it's a very powerful emotion, and you should use it with a lot of caution. Okay, so let's get started. Guilt arises when people feel they have done something wrong or failed to do something they should have. Take note of that. It's when someone feels they've done something wrong. It could also come when they think they have failed to do something they should have done. All right? So it goes both ways. Now, here are the key elements of using guilt in copywriting. The first thing is that you want to highlight the problem. So you want to identify the exact issue that should evoke guilt. And then you want to make the reader feel personally responsible for the problem or its solution. Remember, I said it goes both ways. So you want to make the reader feel personally responsible for that problem or for solving the problem, right? And then you want to provide a clear and actionable way for the reader to alleviate the guilt. And of course, that solution is your product, okay? And that product could be anything. It could be a course, it could be a bag, it could be a gift, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? You have to tie the solution with the alleviation of the guilt. And then you want to talk about the positive impact of taking action. Right. So now that you know the key elements for using guilt, let's dig in a little bit more. Let's look at some examples. Now, here's how you could use guilt for an environmental cause. Every year, millions of plastic bottles end up in our oceans, harming marine life. By switching to our eco-friendly reusable bottles, you can help protect the environment. Make the change today and be a part of the solution. Now, you can see how guilt is interwoven, right? With it says that every year, millions of plastic bottles end up in the ocean. It's harming marine life, right? So that's something that they are part of. They're part of people who use these plastic bottles, and they've been discarding them, and it's harmful, right? We're encouraging you to switch to something that's more friendly, something that's reusable, right? So you can help protect the environment. And guilt has been woven. You can elevate that guilt by using our products. Now, charity. This is my favorite one. Think about this. You just finished a meal, right? A nice meal in a nice restaurant, and then you read this. While we enjoy our meals, millions of children go to bed hungry. Your donation of $10 can provide a week's worth of meals for a child in need. Help us fight hunger and give these children a chance at a better future. Now you can see that again, guilt, right, is being woven into the copy. Right? While we enjoy our meals, millions of children go to bed hungry. It kind of makes you feel somehow just even listening to me say that. Right? Okay, let's look at another one for wellness. This is another example for wellness. How many times have you skipped your workout this month? Don't let your health take a backseat. Join our fitness program today and commit to a healthier, happy you. Okay? And this could be used for a program, a product, it doesn't matter, right? But this is guilt at work. Okay? Personal relationships. Have you called your parents recently? They miss hearing your voice. Make time for a quick call and show them you care. It's the little things that matter the most. Okay? And then you can go further to say, our app helps you to, surprise your parents with nice texts and messages, every other week. Or you can get this for your parents and, use it to show your appreciation for all the care and love they showed to you while you were a child, right? So you could weave that into your product. Let's look at consumer products. You have a brand that has this eco-friendly, non-toxic, stuff that cleans, right? And you could say, are you still using harsh chemicals to clean your home? These can harm your family and the environment. Switch to our natural, non-toxic cleaning products and create a safer, healthier home. So now I've shown you a couple of examples of how to weave guilt into your copy. I want us to discuss other emotions. So here we'll begin with pride. Now, pride can motivate your reader by appealing to their sense of accomplishment, status, and self-worth. Now, copy that taps into pride often highlights how the product or service can elevate the user's status or make them feel exceptional. So here's an example. Join the elite group of professionals who trust our premium software to boost their productivity and reputation. Show the world you mean business. You can also tell the reader, you can say something like, people will be amazed when they read the copy you wrote, or you will be the envy of your next family gathering because of how much you would have earned and the fact that you've taken control of your life. So you can always weave, pride into your copy. You could also associate it with a product like a phone, a wristwatch, a bag, anything, right? And the next is envy. Envy can be a powerful driver in copy, especially in competitive markets. It makes the reader desire what others have, pushing them to take action to achieve or obtain the same thing. And that's where we talk about FOMO and stuff like that. Those are all envy-driven kind of, tactics. Now you say, don't get left behind. Your friends are already experiencing the luxury and comfort of our top-rated vacation packages. Book now and make them envious of your next getaway. So that's using envy, okay? They say, well, if you don't grab this, your competitors might, and you'll be left behind. Statements like that, drive envy. And then we have gluttony. Gluttony, or the desire for indulgence and excesses, can be used to appeal to readers' cravings for pleasure and abundance. This approach is often effective in food, luxury goods, and entertainment industries. Now, here's an example. Indulge in the rich, decadent flavors of our handcrafted chocolates. Treat yourself to a taste of pure bliss because you deserve it. Now you're playing on the emotion, on the emotion to become a glutton, to revel in and indulge in excesses and stuff like that, right? So here's greed. It's one that's very common. Everyone wants to use it, and you find it very often. So greed leverages the desire for wealth, success, and material gain. So copy that appeals to greed often emphasizes financial benefits, savings, or the accumulation of goods. Here is an example. Unlock unlimited earning potential with our investment strategies. Start today and watch your wealth grow exponentially. Don't miss out on the opportunity to secure your financial future. So any kind of copy, most of the copies you read that talk about making money, we're going to help you get 10 new clients, when you don't pay, if we don't get you 10 new clients at $5,000 per client and stuff like all those kind of statements, they're all greed related. And to be honest, some of it has been overused in that, in that from that angle. There are other ways to apply greed that are more subtle. And trust me, they work better because the market is sophisticated for most of this, kind of wealth-related stuff, make money stuff. So if you just make any direct promise, it's not really going to work very well. So fear can be an extremely effective motivator, driving readers to take action to avoid negative outcomes. This emotion is frequently used in security, insurance, and health-related industries. So here is an example. Are you protected from identity theft? Don't wait until it's too late. Safeguard your personal information with our comprehensive security solutions and sleep easy knowing you are safe. Yeah, they're playing with the emotion of fear. And they're saying, well, you don't want to wake up tomorrow and discover that your bank account has been wiped out, right? And you have to protect yourself. So they play with the emotion fear here, and it's going to work, trust me. Now, slots, one that's very, very, very nice to use. Not very common, but people in the hospitality and vacation kind of industry can benefit from this, and also software. So here's what it says. Here's what slot is. Slot appeals to the desire for convenience, ease, and avoiding effort. These can be particularly effective in industries that offer time-saving or labor-saving products and services. So here is an example. Why spend hours cleaning when you can relax instead? Let a professional cleaning service handle the chores while you enjoy your free time. Could also be used, like I said, for software. So software is to save time, while you're struggling with monotonous work, you could automate all this stuff, right? Software and other kind of products that, help to save time, right? Like Canva Pro, for instance, instead of battling, it's a waste of time when you use the free edition. So except you know how to design really well. But if you want to take advantages of all our tools, the free icons, images, and all the premium stuff, then that will help you save, hours in design. Then you should subscribe to the premium edition, right? So that's Slot. And let's look at another one, Lost. Lust, or the strong desire for physical or sensual pleasure, is often used in fashion, beauty, and lifestyle copy to create allure and attraction. Now, here is an example. Unleash your inner beauty with our luxurious skincare line. Feel confident and irresistible with every use, because stunning skin is always in, right? Nice rhyme, okay? But I just want to emphasize that when you want to create, you want to create this desire for physical or sensual pleasure, you want people to feel attractive, you want them to feel, as though they're special. You want to make them feel special, right? Your product promises to make them feel special, or your service promises to make them feel special. Then you use that to play on their emotions to make your product more attractive. Now here's despair. Despair taps into feelings of hopelessness and urgency, pushing readers to seek immediate solutions to their problems. These can be effective in health, wellness, and self-help industries. Of course, just like I told you about guilt, this is one emotion you want to use with care. You don't want to push people overboard, and you have to be ethical, okay? So people who this emotion works the most on are already feeling a certain way, and they're in a mess, right? And so you want to make sure you're using it ethically. So here's an example. Are you tired of feeling stuck and unfulfilled? Our coaching program offers a lifeline to rediscover your passion and purpose. Take the first step towards a brighter future today. So someone who is, feeling depressed or feeling like their life is going around in circles will be attracted by, a copy that has tapped into that kind of despair. Someone who has a relative who is, battling a certain illness, could be, attracted by a copy that has tapped into that despair and has used it to promote a certain offer. Okay, so that's the last example that I have here. So when you're creating copy, you want to have, your ad copy, you have your main emotion and then you have supporting emotions. So you want to have one primary emotion with which you drive, that anchors the overarching strategy for your copy. So that could be fear, that could be greed, that could be guilt, okay? But you also want to support your copy with other emotions here and there. And you will be able to do this and select, the emotions you're going to be using when we talk about your research. Okay. So that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one.
Stop share.
Escape.
Okay.
Click on the here. There.
All right.
And then click on that.
All right. So how many of you guys found that helpful? Big ideas and mechanisms and emotions. How many of you have a lot to do in terms of editing your ads? Because the one thing that he said was it's the emotions for the people that you want to work with, right? The people that you want to attract. It's not your emotions, it's theirs.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's the biggest thing that we have to we have to change, because a lot of the ads that we see, that we review, are all about them. Okay, there's a portion where you share your experience and your why, but most of your ads should be talking about what can the person do with what they're listening to right now to change their life, to change their situation. They're not going to listen to you unless they have something that they can get from it. Okay, so emotions, weave the emotions into it. Rosemary says she loved it. Yeah, it's always good to listen to these things, from industry experts. So Godson, I think his name is Godson. He's a very well-known copywriter and a coach too in terms of Facebook advertising, but we found him on Facebook because of his copy. Again, his very good ad copy, right? So yeah, I hope that helps you guys. So in terms of emotions though, let's kind of do an application here. What sorts of emotions do you think is going to work for our business? What emotions do you think will call out to the leads and the buyers? Put it in the chat. Let me just see his last name. It is, one second. While you guys do that, I'm just gonna look up his last name.
Okoro.
Oh yeah.
Dudu.
So his last name is, this is his. Okoro Dudu. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we'll see here what emotions. So we've got guilt, fear, despair, yeah. Envy, despair, despair. Yeah. Yeah. I think it is desperation too, right? At some point. But also, we don't want it to be just a whole desperation, right? He said desperation and guilt. We have to use them with care, because we don't want to be downers, right? We want to uplift people and tell them, hey, there's a solution to your problem. So at the end, you always end it with empowerment. You always end it with joy. Congratulations, you've seen my ad. Now it's time to partner with me. I will be your mentor. Let's do this, right? So do you pump them up? How you can help them change their life and get their attention. Yeah, Lynn, is that a question or is that just a statement? It's a good statement. It can be a combination and showcase it in our story, ending in a good note. Yes, Hadiza. Yeah, agreed. Okay, so, oh, it's a statement. Okay, thanks, Lynn. So those are what we have for you today. We are 5 minutes before end time. Do you guys have any questions? Any issues at all that you want to say?
So I think Sonia had a question about the new community. If there's anyone that has questions and would like to stay a little longer, if you don't have any challenges, onboarding in the community, maybe, or any challenges surrounding that, it's okay for you to go. But if you'd like to stay and maybe troubleshoot a bit, we can do that afterwards.
Can we take a picture first before we
Yeah,
go?
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And
So
Lynn has a question too.
Yeah.
In a little bit. This meeting is recorded already. I believe. Oh, I hope.
Did we record?
Yeah, I think so. Hang on a
It
second.
is.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's recorded.
Okay,
So
cool.
we'll just share the link with you guys later on when the replay is up, okay?
All right.
Let's take a picture first and then we'll go into questions so that we don't forget.
I'm gonna stop sharing
Yeah.
first, and
Yeah.
then okay, if you're not on camera, if please come on camera. I'm
It's
gonna stop
nice to see
recording as
you
well.
guys.